thrilled to announce that Ms. Judy McQuillan has been named EELC's Preschool Teacher of the Year. She establishes a wonderful rapport with each of her students and their families, guiding each of her students to be well prepared socially, emotionally, and academically. Ms. Judy's dynamic approach to student learning has captured the hearts and minds of her students, and her dedication to creating a safe and nurturing and inclusive environment has made a significant impact on the lives of all of her students. Her unwavering commitment to her students' success has earned her this distinction. Ms. Judy, thank you for all that you do. You are an inspiration to us, and we are grateful for your outstanding efforts in our school. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition.
What inspires me, my kids, my students, my peeps inspire me every single day. I am a good observer, and when you observe the children, you can learn so much from them. And truthfully, over the years, I've probably learned as much from the children as they have learned from me. It's just, I'm blessed to have a job I love, and I come to work every day, and I'm just happy. This is my happy place, believe it or not. This is my happy place.
It is my deep pleasure to announce Ms. Mary Lombardi has been named EELC's Preschool Educational Support Professional of the Year. She is skilled at meeting the needs of all of our young children and shows a deep dedication for helping their young minds grow and learn every single minute that she is with them. Ms. Mary's commitment to creating a safe, nurturing, and inclusive environment has earned her the respect and admiration of her colleagues and the greater school community. Her passion for early childhood education, coupled with the deep understanding of the developmental needs of young children, makes her an asset to our school. Ms. Mary, congratulations on this well-deserved honor, and thank you for your outstanding contributions to our school.
When I think of what I look for in a teacher, I think of intelligence, resourcefulness, the ability to engage children in high-level academics, a sense of humor, and of course, warmth, nurturing, and caring. Mrs. Christine Toth is exactly that. Just like Mary Poppins, she's practically perfect in every way. Mrs. Toth creates exciting lessons to engage all students. Her lessons allow students to learn and grow and relate their educational experiences to the real world. She has written gifted and talented curriculum for the district in order to expand and reach the lower elementary grades. You can sense that Mrs. Toth is teaching a lesson in a classroom as you approach her doorway, no matter where she is in the building, because you will hear the sound of children collaborating and debating. You will hear their mighty grunts when they realize that they have failed, and you will hear their cheers of joy when they meet with success. Mrs. Toth is a joy on every level, as a teacher, as a staff member, as a person. I am honored to call Christine Toth Woodbrook Elementary School's Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, Mrs. Toth.
I don't know if there's one favorite memory, but I do love when the kids come back and, they're going off to college or they're just starting high school and they come back and they see me and they tell me how great a time they had in one of my classes or something that they remembered about me. So that's always nice to see how far the students have come and where they're going with their lives.
Congratulations to Amy Bruno, our social worker here at Woodbrook, for being nominated as the Educational Services Professional of the Year for the 2022-2023 school year. This award is a testament to her hard work, dedication, and unwavering commitment to our school community. Her tireless efforts have had a positive impact on countless students and families, and she serves as an inspiration to us all. Congratulations, Amy, on this well-deserved recognition, and we wish you continued success on all your future endeavors.
The Washington school community is proud to name Ms. Alexandra Mendoza as our Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Mendoza is a dedicated educator who is highly regarded by our families and staff. She has developed strong relationships with our families, and they continue to seek her out even after their students have left her classroom. They know that Mrs. Mendoza is an advocate for all her students and will help families every way possible. As a colleague, Mrs. Mendoza is superior. She's a collaborator and is always seeking to learn more and improve her craft. She can be counted on to help out at family nights, school events, and PTO events. As we prepare to launch our dual language program at Washington School, Mrs. Mendoza was the obvious choice as our Spanish-speaking homeroom teacher. Her passion for teaching and enthusiasm in the classroom set her apart from the rest. The Washington School community is grateful for Mrs. Mendoza and all she does for our students and staff.
So ever since I can remember, I always wanted to be a teacher, but I can say that my third grade teacher was like my biggest inspiration. So I'm from Jersey City, a very urban area, and she just was so good at reaching out to like those families that were in need, and especially students that we needed a little bit more support and help. She was just always there, like not even inside of school, but just all around, like the community and involved. And we always saw her, so I just always wanted to be that person for like my future student.
Congratulations to Andrea Ingram, Washington's Educational Services Professional for this year. Nurse Andrea has been with the district since 2015 and with the Washington family since May of 2018. She's known for her unwavering dedication to our students and our staff. She takes pride in maintaining a clean, organized, and efficient health office. She'll put a smile on your face with her positive bedside manner. Thank you, Nurse Andrea, for all you do for all of us here at Washington School.
It is my honor to introduce Jennifer Thompson, this year's recipient of Teacher of the Year. When I asked students to describe their teacher in one word, this is what they said. Their teacher is positive, amazing, respectful, caring, lovable, and kind. Miss Thompson are these words and much, much more. Thank you, Mrs. Thompson, for all you do. We are so happy to have you here with us, and congratulations for your Teacher of the Year.
So personally, I've had so many wonderful teachers in my own life, from elementary up through college. So I've always had a lot of really special role models. And then in my own family, I have numerous teachers. I have aunts and uncles and a brother-in-law who are all teachers. And then going back in my own family history, I have a teacher, her name is Vera Swift, who taught in a rural one-room schoolhouse in the late 1800s, and I have her old plan books, so that's kind of a neat connection that I have.
I am proud to introduce Martin Luther King Elementary School's Educational Support Professional of the Year, Mrs. Erica Caroli, our district interventionist. Mrs. Caroli is a passionate, supportive educator that can always be counted on by colleagues and students alike. She is an incredible asset to our school community, and we want to thank her for all she does, both in and outside of her classroom. Congratulations, Mrs. Caroli.
I'm here to represent Marissa McIntyre from Menlo Park School. Marissa does an amazing job. She's been teaching for about 15 years. She started her career as a classroom teacher. In the last few years, she's transitioned over to being a PE teacher. And she's been with us for about 3 years. She cares about the kids. She helps motivate them. She's a fitness enthusiast. And most recently, she brought to our school where she asked us to donate shoes in all sizes, sneakers, so that on any given day, if a child forgets and is wearing sandals or doesn't have the appropriate footwear, we could go to her shoe locker, much like you would do at a bowling alley, and students are able to borrow sneakers so that they can participate in gym. She goes above and beyond every day, and I couldn't wish her enough happiness and success. Congratulations on being Teacher of the Year, Marissa McIntyre.
When I was in high school, I was a dance instructor part-time at my local studio, and I taught pre-K through elementary school. I left school early, I was on a work program, and that's when I decided that I loved working with kids, and it was just a great background to have. Kind of instilled the fact that I love teaching, but later helped me kind of go into my passion more so.
With her unwavering dedication and compassion, Ms. Renee Klein has transformed the lives of many students. Her commitment to fostering a positive learning environment is unparalleled, ensuring that every child feels supported and empowered. From coordinating personalized education plans to advocating for students to supporting teachers, Ms. Klein goes above and beyond, leaving an indelible mark on our school community. Thank you, Ms. Klein, for all you do and the invaluable impact you make each and every day at Menlo Park.
If you've ever been to Lindenau School in the last 5 years, and you've seen a tall, bearded man walking around with a guitar, little children in tow, laughing gleefully behind him, no, it's not the Pied Piper. It's our very own Mr. Eamon Malif, and we are proud to say he is our Lindenau Teacher of the Year. Mr. Malif has been at Lindenau School for the past 5 years. He loves literacy, educating his young Lindenau learners, telling jokes, singing the occasional off-tune song, and making sure that his students leave every day inspired to come back the next day and reach their fullest potential. We are extremely proud to have Mr. Malif here at Lindenau School, and we are even more proud to know that he is exemplifying all that is good about education, and he is our Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, Eamon Malif.
This is my 5th year at Lindenau, and I've had the benefit of seeing these kids grow, being a first grade teacher, seeing them grow through each grade. So it's been awesome being able to stay in touch with these kids and their families, and they'll see me in the hallway and want to talk about something that I can't even remember that we did in first grade, but it made them laugh, or it made them, I don't know, made them feel some type of way. So they still remember that, and them bringing up those memories, really makes me realize that the impression that I have on these kids is really lasting.
We are honored to share that Demanjit Kara is our Educational Support Professional of the Year. From the moment she walked through the door at Lindenau Elementary School, she has been such an amazing addition. From bringing our students daily morning affirmations to introducing them to new cultures through holiday celebrations and read-alouds, we are so proud to announce that Ms. Kara is our Educational Support Professional of the Year. Congratulations.
Mrs. Bayoun is an integral part of Lincoln Elementary School. Mrs. Bayoun constantly incorporates best practices for our MLLs by cultivating a strong sense of community within her classes and challenging learners to apply language skills across engaging topics, content areas, and being culturally responsive throughout instruction. Her students are constantly challenged and supported as they begin their understanding of the English language. She views diversity as a strength and always capitalizes on the differences within her classroom. She continues to be a model teacher in our building. She has made strong connections to all her families, community outreach programs, and completes all the ESL screenings for new students. It is with great pleasure that I proudly announce Mrs. Bayoun, Lincoln Elementary School's Teacher of the Year. Congratulations.
So I think one of my favorite memories was during COVID, even though it was a tough time for everyone. Being able to visit the students at their homes. I did do some home visits, and I got to meet the kids for the first time online, and when I went to their homes to really meet them and see them, it just really felt like a good connection, and the parents were so appreciative. It's something that I really value as a teacher, to make connections with families, and it really felt like it all came together when I saw them at their homes.
Mrs. Pacheco, or better known as Nurse Jackie, is in charge of the health and well-being of over 1,000 students and staff. Even with her extremely busy schedule, she is compassionate, caring, and continuously goes above and beyond. Nurse Jackie successfully piloted our vision screener. She screened 938 students, which resulted in 139 vision referrals. 98 students returned with proper vision treatment. 54 students referred would have resulted in long-term vision loss if left untreated. For this and hundreds of other reasons, she is our Education Service Professional of the Year.
John Marshall School is proud to announce that Samantha Rondinone was selected their 2022-2023 Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Rondinone has been a teacher at John Marshall School for 7 years. She is always enthusiastic, creative, and encouraging to anyone who comes into contact with her. Teachers play a pivotal role in the life of each and every student. For many of our learners, Mrs. Rondinone is one of the first faces they meet. She has a contagious smile that puts everyone's mind at ease. Mrs. Rondinone is an ESL teacher at John Marshall School who is also fluent in French. She is always willing to translate for parents and guardians or drop off materials for students. Mrs. Rondinone is an active member of the John Marshall community.
She runs many school-wide events inviting parents and guardians into the building to celebrate their child's progress. When selecting trips or activities, Mrs. Rondinone always looks for programs that are interactive and inclusive for all learners. Congratulations, Mrs. Rondinone, for being John Marshall School's Teacher of the Year.
As an ESL teacher, I really love the connections and the relationships I build with my students. Every morning they see me out on bus duty. They're like, Mrs. Rondinone, do we have class today? Can I come to your class? And so that's really good to, make them want to come to my classroom. And then also I have a lot of students that are now in high school that actually still email me and they check in. So I'm like, that's really cool that I pop into their mind and they're like, hey, let me email Mrs. Rondinone and see how she's doing. So that makes it all worth it.
John Marshall School has selected Jessica Rodriguez as our Educational Services Professional of the Year. As our school counselor, Ms. Rodriguez teaches SEL lessons to our learners and is a wonderful resource for staff, parents, and students. She has a unique way of changing a learner's frown upside down. Ms. Rodriguez coordinates our INRS meetings and is also an advisor for our Diversity Club and our Student Council. These are just a few of the reasons Jessica Rodriguez is deserving of this reward. Congratulations.
We are thrilled to announce that Mr. Mark Osofsky, affectionately known as Mr. O by his students at James Monroe, has been awarded the Teacher of the Year for 2023. This exceptional educator has truly gone above and beyond to inspire and educate his students, and we are so proud to have him as part of our team. Mr. O's commitment to his students' success is truly remarkable. He is a genuine and innovative teacher who builds strong relationships with his students, empowering them to take ownership of their learning. We are incredibly grateful for Mr. Osofsky's contributions to our school community. His willingness to take a pie in the face to motivate students for a student council food drive is just one example of his commitment to his students. Please join us in congratulating Mr. Osofsky on this well-deserved honor.
All my role models growing up were either named Coach or Mr. and Mrs. because they were teachers. So I felt that I wanted to be a role model for the current generation of students because I had so many great ones that were either teachers or coaches.
Miss Francine Pikowitz, or what we here at James Monroe affectionately call her is Miss Francine, is an incredible asset to our community. It was no surprise when she was nominated to be our Educational Support Professional of the Year. Miss Francine is flexible and helps anyone she comes across, always goes above and beyond what is asked for her and works well with all of the staff members, and she creates lasting relationships with her students. She has a gentle nature and adapts her approach in different situations in order to best support each child she works with. She starts and ends her day with a smile on her face. We are honored to have Miss Francine not only part of our school community, but as our ESP of the Year. Congratulations!
It is an absolute privilege to introduce you to Miss Olivia Lupino, who from her initial interview to this day has gone above and beyond to ensure that every child in her class receives the education that they deserve, regardless of their abilities. She has also collaborated with her fellow colleagues around the building to ensure that the same occurs in their classrooms. During Autism Awareness Month, she put together a variety of activities and also included a presentation to ensure that every student in this building learn that everybody has different abilities and that anybody can learn regardless of those abilities, and that each child is unique. She has also worked with her teammates to put together our coffee cart, which allows her students and other students in the buildings work on social skills in a real-life setting. We are beyond fortunate to have Ms. Lupino here at JMP, and she is what makes JMP great.
I think my real inspiration stemmed from my cousin Brian. He has Down syndrome, and through him I got involved with Special Olympics, where I met a ton of incredible individuals, and through that I just realized this is what I feel really passionate about and what I love, and I felt like it was something that I was meant to do. So I do feel super lucky that I get to say I feel like I have one of the best jobs, which is being a special ed teacher.
At this time, I would like to introduce Amy Rose as the Support Staff of the Year. I would kind of call her the Michael Jordan of the reading specialist world. She is kind, she's compassionate, and most of all, she cares about her students, and she instills in them the value of education. Congratulations, Miss Amy. We love you.
Good evening. I am thrilled to recognize Mr. Cal Hackworth as James Madison Intermediate School Teacher of the Year. Mr. Hackworth sets high expectations for his students and himself. He makes it his mission to get to know his students on a personal level and uses those connections to help them reach their fullest potential by helping them discover their passions through his many project-based learning experiences. Mr. Hackworth is willing to try anything to help his students, and the term work hours do not apply to him. Mr. Hackworth goes above and beyond to instill a love of learning in his students. He is also an instrumental member of our school community by advising some of our most popular clubs. When club registration tripled in size, Mr. Hackworth quickly revamped the structure so more students could participate. This is just one of many examples of how Mr. Hackworth always puts the children first. Mr. Hackworth is loved by his students and respected by his colleagues. Congratulations, Mr. Hackworth, on being our Teacher of the Year.
The great thing about teaching is that every day brings new memories. So every year there's definitely a few that are at the top of the list. My favorite memory of all of teaching is definitely after remote learning, where the students that were online came and met us for the first time in person. And just to see their smiles in person and get to talk to them in person, that just kind of like, made you feel really good about what you did every day. So that was a very uplifting experience. And it's definitely something I'm gonna, take with me for the rest of the career.
I am honored to recognize Ms. Deidre Coyle, JMI's Library Assistant, as the Educational Support Professional of the Year. Ms. Coyle has become a cornerstone in the JMI community and is always helping to maintain the positive school climate. Ms. Coyle always ensures that the books that students are interested in reading are front and center, and she even uses her own time and resources in implementing exciting hands-on makerspace activities. At evening events, you could bet Ms. Coyle is in the crowd, showing her support for JMI students, and that her commitment doesn't end at the end of the school day. Congratulations, Ms. Coyle, for being JMI's Educational Support Professional of the Year and making the JMI Library a real page-turner.
It is with great pleasure and pride that I introduce to you Benjamin Franklin's Teacher of the Year, Ms. Ashley Miller. Ms. Miller started her teaching career here at Ben as a first grade teacher, but quickly took on the challenge of transitioning into kindergarten to support our littlest friends in a full-time kindergarten experience. She is incredibly passionate, dedicated, and has the most amazing heart. If you're lucky, you're going to be able to catch Miss Miller tap dancing through her way through Ben Franklin's hallways. Thanks, Miss Miller, for everything that you do. We are so proud of your accomplishment and so proud to have you as a member of the Ben Franklin staff.
So I think I've known for a while that I wanted to be a teacher. My mom was a preschool teacher, so I had many years growing up with early childhood education. So it's just been a part of my life for so long, and I think I aspired to be like my mom and do what she had done.
I would like to congratulate Rebecca Antab as our 22-23 Educational Support Professional. Ms. Antab, we are so thankful for you as one of our speech pathologists. Thank you for all that you do throughout the school day and for all of your help on beautification and many other committees. We are so proud of you. Congratulations.
It is my great pleasure to recognize Ms. Bianca Silva as FDR's Preschool Teacher of the Year. She is skilled at supporting students and finding ways of motivating them to reach their potential. Ms. Bianca works hard to support every single student to be successful as a whole person. She's involved in multiple school-wide committees and goes above and beyond to ensure that every child's needs are met. She works hard to promote academic excellence, fosters creativity, and instills a lifelong love of learning in all of her students. Ms. Bianca, you are an inspiration to us all, and we are grateful for the incredible work that you do every single day. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
So I don't think I can just choose one memory, but definitely the biggest one that stands out to me is having parents tell me that their child loves coming to school, whether they're verbal or nonverbal. As soon as they put on their backpacks, they're so excited to come.
I am honored to announce Ms. Harneet Kaur Patel has been named as the Educational Support Professional of the Year at FDR. Her unwavering dedication and exceptional skills have made a profound impact on the countless young lives that we have here at our school. She connects with families, and she has a passion for teaching, an ability to connect with young children. It's truly remarkable. She cares deeply for every child that crosses her path and supports them in their growth and development with patience, warm smiles, and encouragement. Ms. Harneet, congratulations on this well-deserved honor, and thank you for being a cornerstone at FDR.
Congratulations to Mrs. Nicole Machete, Woodrow Wilson Middle School's Teacher of the Year. Her enthusiasm for all things Woodrow has not waned since she herself was a student at WWMS. Besides her day job of creatively teaching 6th grade math, she is our cheerleading coach, co-track coach, director of the school play, and a co-advisor of the Woodrow Welcomers Club. Miss Machete never misses an opportunity to support her fellow colleagues or her students. If you Google Teacher of the Year, I believe you will see a picture of Miss Machete. For all these reasons and many more, we are so happy to announce Mrs. Nicole Machete as our Teacher of the Year.
My favorite memory from teaching is from my very first year when my students were just working and I stopped and looked around the classroom and had a moment where I just realized, like, this is exactly where I want to be, this is exactly where I should be. And it made it even more special that I am teaching at Woodrow Wilson, where I went as a student, so it's really come full circle, and I get to be working with and surrounded by some of the teachers that inspired me.
Congratulations to Jeff Toby, Woodrow Wilson Middle School's ESP Professional of the Year. Mr. Toby is our speech language pathologist. Mr. Toby is always willing to take on extra tasks and lend a helping hand whenever it is needed. Mr. Toby is a dedicated professional and a role model to the entire school community. Congratulations on your prestigious award.
I'm honored to recognize Ms. Deidre Pasquarelli as Thomas Jefferson Middle School's 2022-23 Teacher of the Year. For 27 years, Ms. Pasquarelli has inspired and guided students in the orchestra program. She has exceptional skills in teaching, conducting, and mentoring, and is able to bring out the best in each and every student in her music program. Daily, she communicates with her students the importance of practicing their skills and achieving excellence. Ms. Pasquarelli naturally creates a positive and inclusive learning environment where students feel supported and encouraged to express themselves musically. She is dedicated to each student's growth and development and instills in her learners a love of music that will last a lifetime. She also inspires students to pursue their musical passions with confidence and joy. On behalf of the entire Thomas Jefferson Middle School community, I offer my heartfelt congratulations to Ms. Pasquarelli for this well-deserved recognition.
All teachers are, required to do their parent-teacher conferences. One of my 6th graders didn't sign up for a conference, so, I addressed the student and said, your parents didn't sign up for a conference. And they said, Mrs. Pasquarelli, they're like, they only want to see the main teachers. And I said, main teachers? I said, what do you mean, main? Like the main teachers, like English and math. And I said, main? I said, so-and-so. I said, I just want to let you know, I am a main teacher. You don't know that, but I am very, very main. I consider myself very, and he says to me, I know, Mrs. Pasquarelli, I think you're a main teacher, but my parents, they only want to see the main teachers. Just a little funny story about the main.
A very special congratulations to Mrs. Deanna Hart, our Educational Services Professional of the Year. Mrs. Hart is a learning disabilities teacher consultant and the heart of the LLD program here at Thomas Jefferson Middle School. In this role, she has helped to revamp and expand the Jaguar Den, has assisted in tying community-based trips to important life schools, and has co-sponsored Project Unify, an extracurricular club that provides opportunities for special education and general education students to interact with one another and build positive relationships. In all that she does, she exhibits an unwavering commitment to her school and community. Mrs. Hart is a tremendous asset to our school, a beloved colleague, and is truly well-deserving of the Educational Services Professional of the Year Award. Congratulations again, Mrs. Hart.
Congratulations to Miss Katie Queenan, the John Adams Middle School Teacher of the Year. Her students describe her as a great teacher who's not only fun, but also funny. Her colleagues gravitate toward her talent, creativity, and leadership. She's everybody's friend and everybody's favorite party planner. I am honored and proud of Katie for all of her accomplishments. I'm also extremely grateful to have her as an established teacher at John Adams Middle School. She truly is what makes John Adams jamazing. Congratulations once again, and thank you for all you do.
My mom has been in education for a lot of my life as a para, so she's worked with special needs students for a really long time, and I've seen kind of the inner workings of that, and I loved that. But also, especially with math, a lot of kids don't like it, and middle school is such an age where you either take those kids with you and they become a math person, or they're like, no, absolutely not, I'm gonna hate math forever. And so I like being able to hopefully impact them positively and get them to love math.
It is an honor to present Ms. Suman Jasnani, the Educational Support Professional of the Year Award at John Adams Middle School. Ms. Jasnani is an outstanding professional whose patience and calm demeanor are a great addition to the classroom. She has shown time and again her willingness to do anything she can to help her students succeed. Ms. Jasnani is humble and never seeks recognition for the good that she does every day. Therefore, it is our pleasure to recognize her for this award. We are fortunate to have Ms. Jasnani as part of our JAM staff. Congratulations on a much-deserved honor.
As the principal of Herbert Hoover Middle School, I'm proud to recognize our band teacher, Mr. Joseph Cunningham, as the 2022-2023 Teacher of the Year. Mr. Cunningham is a dedicated and passionate educator whose life mission is to share his love of music with his students. World-renowned musician Bono once said, "Music can change the world because it can change people." Those who know Mr. Cunningham will certainly attest to the impact he has on his students. Through music, Mr. Cunningham is changing the world one child at a time. Beyond the classroom, Mr. Cunningham is a professional musician, a dedicated father, and a proud husband. I say proud because on the day I informed Mr. Cunningham of his recognition, I did not think he could be any happier. That was until he returned to my office later in the day to inform me that his wife, who teaches in another school district, was also being honored as her school's Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham.
People love music before they ever think about teaching it, and it's just something I've always wanted to share with students. As I was a middle school musician, a high school musician, I really loved the camaraderie, and I loved everybody working towards a common goal, everybody trying to be something better than just what they could produce on their own. So I've always wanted to just share that with kids.
It's an honor for me to present Herbert Hoover Middle School's Educational Services Professional of the Year Award to Ms. Laura Williams. As our school counselor, Ms. Williams currently works closely with our 6th graders and the 8th graders in the ACES program. Her caring and dedication to the children is evident in her day-to-day interactions with our scholars. Ms. Williams also serves as the head counselor at Hoover. She oversees the guidance department and ensures that all scholars, staff, and parents' needs are supported. She treats all of her aspects of her job with tremendous attention to detail. Ms. Williams is thorough and quick to respond to the needs of the Hoover community. Ms. Williams is a consummate professional, and we are fortunate to have her as part of the Hoover community. Congratulations, Ms. Williams.
We are excited to recommend Ms. DiMattia for the John P. Stevens High School Teacher of the Year. Ms. DiMattia started her teaching career at JP in 2008 and is a JP alumni. As a family and consumer sciences teacher in our building, she wears many hats, teaching our culinary arts, financial literacy, sewing and construction, as well as preschool courses throughout her teaching career. She developed the current preschool program where members of our community are able to send their preschool-age children to our high school, and our high school students are taught the skills to teach the preschool students. This is such a popular program that we have wait lists for preschool students to attend and high school students to be a part of the course. Ms. DiMattia is also the building advisor for our FCCLA Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America co-curricular program with more than 200 involved students. She supports students as they participate in local, regional, state, and national competitions, as well as provides opportunities for our students to give back to their school community. Again, we are so honored to have her as a colleague and a part of our school community. Congratulations to Ms. DiMattia for being JP's Teacher of the Year.
It was a long time ago when I was teaching Foundation of Food and Nutrition, and we were talking about quick breads, and we were learning about the reactions with baking soda and baking powder, what makes pancakes and muffins rise, and all of a sudden he goes, "We learned about this in chemistry." And I said, "Yes, it is chemistry." And it was just really cool. That light bulb went off and he was able to make the connections between this class and the other class, and how our world is connected. So I thought that was really cool.
Mr. Stephen Miller is a leader in the John P. Stevens Counseling Department. Early each morning you can find him working hard, writing college recommendation letters, preparing for meetings, or finding ways to improve the social and emotional well-being of his students. His colleagues describe Mr. Miller as a creative thinker who goes above and beyond to assist them with technology. He keeps the community informed by volunteering to lead parent presentations. Additionally, he is our co-advisor of the J.P. Stevens Hall, the assistant AP coordinator, and also serves as the liaison for military recruiters. It's a pleasure working with Mr. Miller as he's professional and diligent in his work. He's a role model for our students, and I'm honored that he's been elected our Educational Support Staff Member of the Year.
At Edison High School, we have a saying, once an eagle, always an eagle. Nobody epitomizes this more than Ms. Danielle Andriano, our Teacher of the Year for the 2022-2023 school year. Over 20 years ago, she left the nest as a graduate, and she came back right after college, and for over a decade, she's been working at helping students understand math. She's been a cheerleader coach, she's been a class advisor, she's still one of the co-advisors of the National Honor Society. She's able to take every student and find a way to make that math accessible to them, and all the time doing it with a smile and helping to maintain that what's great about Edison High School attitude. We're so proud of her and just wish her all the best, especially with her new baby.
On behalf of Edison High School, I'd like to congratulate our 2023 ESP recipient, our athletic trainer, Tim Root. Tim's our go-to man here at the Eagles Nest for any athletic injuries, preventative injuries, inventory control, and I can't think of anybody better that symbolizes the red and gold than Tim. So congratulations, Tim, well deserved. Thanks for everything that you do for our student athletes.